So a bit of a combo video live, okay? So here's what we're gonna wanna do, right? We're gonna do the basic bread and butter combo, okay? So we're gonna activate this. Add a revealer, okay? Now, hypothetically, this could be just the revealer itself, right? Normal summon. Activate the effect, right? Discard anything, could literally be anything. Gonna get rid of this fountain because Omega lol. All right, then we summon. All right, then we activate Hexia's effect. Hexia sending Mirror Mage. Then we activate Mirror Mage's effect. Mirror Mage will then activate, and then we add Speaker. I already have one, but again, I'm showing you this is hypothetically can be done with any hand. We special summon. That is our third summon. This is now our fourth summon, mind you, again. And then our fifth summon is Toad. And this is how the original TCG combo plays through Nibiru. Realistically, it doesn't, because if you get nibbed, it'll be right here, and then you Toad effect. But again, you technically play through nib. All right. Now we link these two away, make Marincess Coral an enemy, right? An enemy effect, revive back Mirror Mage to the zone it points to. Then we are now waterlocked, which you can do some funny things with Zelantis, and I recommend that potentially. But for right now, we're doing the main bread and butter combo. We then summon 3 tokens, all right? Doesn't matter the position per se, but I'm just gonna do it. And then we synchro. At first, we only synchro 1 token because then it becomes a level 5. So we synchro into Coral Dragon. This is how we proceed to draw 4 cards in total, okay? Now, Speaker has another effect where you can banish it and then get yourself another Ice Barrier token. These count as Ice Barrier monsters as well. So this can count for Gorgeous's effect. This can count for Speaker itself if you've not used its effect already. It's super good. Then we go into the big boy. And then you can chain block with, you know, whichever one you think is more important, you can chain block, but it doesn't really matter because they would have asked you by now. So chain link 1, chain link 2, you are then going to draw 1 off of Coral and then 3. You draw 4 cards. And look at this, hypothetically, like 4 cards is insane. All right, let's get to the next combo. Okay, this next combo is pretty similar to the first one with Revealer. That's a 1.5 card combo. However, this ends on an additional super good body, and it's pretty easy to draw into. Let's look at this current hand. So as you can see, we opened our Revealer, which is the 1 card we really need. However, this card acts as an additional Ice Barrier card, so this can be either Speaker or Gorgeous. This works with either of the 3 cards, and I'll show you why. Obviously, with Medallion, you add whichever one you want. So Medallion, we're gonna add Speaker here. Again, so pretend we didn't have Medallion. This would work, these 2 plus an extra discard, or even this discard and Gorgeous. Now here's why. All right, so normal summon Revealer. Revealer effect, we're going to discard the spell card because I don't want to keep getting asked if I want to use it. Summon Hexia. Okay. Pretty similar combo lines, right? It's gonna be mostly the same for a good little chunk of time, right? Send Hexia. Hexia effect. Now this is where it changes. If you open Gorgeous, add Speaker. If you open Speaker, add Gorgeous. We opened Speaker, so we're going to be adding Gorgeous. Now we are going to play like normal, the normal combo. All right, summon, beats Nib as well. Again, crazy. Go into Bahamut Shark. Okay, then make Toad. However, where it differs is coming up very shortly, and I think it makes a very good board. So then we summon Toad. Make sure not to put it in a zone that Marincess enemy is going to point to. That will screw you over. But you shouldn't worry too much because you're going to be linking off most of the monsters anyway. Make an enemy. An enemy summon Mirror Mage. And then Mirror Mage tribute. Now this is where it differs. Okay, so we're going to tribute. Summon the 3, and then we're going to make Coral Dragon again, right? However, big difference, and make sure to put it in this zone, one of these 2 EMZ zones. Now, this is why. As I mentioned before, the tokens count as Ice Barrier monsters. So, Gorgeous effect. Gorgeous effect to summon. Gorgeous effect on summon. Summon out. Nothing from hand, because again, we want to pretend that we have nothing else. Summon speaker. And then we synchro these off into Lancia. Okay, make sure to use Gorgeous, of course. And then we have Lancia. You can put it in this zone. If you want to be safe, you can put it in this zone to avoid. In fact, I actually would. I'd put it in the middle zone. That's my bad. To avoid any anima plays. But banish, get your third token. And then synchro off into Ravenous Croc. And then boom. We draw an additional 3+1 cards, so 4 cards total. And we end on Lancia Dragon, which can get us into Trishula if it's removed, and a Totally Awesome. Okay, now look at this. And we drew 1 and 3 more. Boom. And we can play even further if we wanted, if we drew into Slumber or into Tip. Right? We technically have this card, which we can bring stuff back. But even with this, right? All from a 2.5 card combo. I think that's pretty good. In fact, we can do even better. Let's check it out. All right, so for this combo, we're just going to be demonstrating only Hexia, right? So pretend everything else in this hand is gone, okay? So this is a very similar combo line. It is a 1-card combo. However, it does not set up an anti-Nibiru situation like the other combo does. And that's why I don't like this one as much. So what we do here is we do literally the same thing, right? Just pretend we don't have the revealer. Right? Because then we just summon this out, and then we just link 2 into enemy. And again, this loses to Nibiru, right? Because 1, 2, 3. This is gonna be pretty much the next couple summons are just gonna play right into Nib. It's very bad. But again, at least it's a combo, right? And then we tribute. With his hand, I could, there's a better play to go for, but, right? So because of the tokens counting every individual summon towards Nibiru, you just get straight cooked, right? Because we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is like 5, 6, like you're dead, all right? If they have Nibiru, you are bye-bye. So we go to the same combo. Just off 1 card, just off Hexia. We then speaker effect to banish itself again. Summon the other token, and then we go into Ravenous Croc, draw 4, right? Not bad, not bad. Draw 4 off 1 card. I've played worse. I've played worse decks, okay? So draw 4. So look at this. You have off the 1 card, you have 8 now. 8 cards. 8. And then with Fountain plus Tip plus Slumber, like, I'm going to be able to do whatever. I'm going to be able to draw even more cards. Okay, but this is just off Hexia. All right, pretty good. All right, so this combo uses Mirror Mage and a Runic spell, right? So, again, a lot of people are probably wondering, why even have the Runics? Well, because the Runic engine is pretty busted, right? There's this version, which plays the Runic engine, as well as the other kind of various decks that play hand traps with crossouts, tactics, thrusts, or just the super heavy combo-based strategies that have a bunch of water extenders. I think they're all pretty good. I'm actually liking the future deck of Atlantean Ice Barriers. I think that looks sick. I'm excited for the new Atlantean support to come out to fully test that deck out, okay? But for right now, it's just, I like the Runic version, and it lets you go into Herald, okay? So this is how you go into Herald, right? It requires more setup than just the Mirror Mage, but it's still good. So again, you could have this, the medallion. So we're going to medallion to search, right? We're going to search out Gorgeous. And then the Gorgeous itself could also just be drawn, right? And then we go normal summon, normal summon Mirror Mage. We then activate this to summon Hugin, right? Summon Hugin in defense, Hugin effect, right? And again, you'll be wanting to do the summon of the Hugin in the draw phase. So then we're going to discard. Let's go discard the Revealer, right? add the fountain itself to the hand. Okay. Now here is the craziness. All right, so we go again. You could have gorgeous. You can gorgeous here, summon back the revealer. I think that's pretty good. But again, it's a very tough hand to beat. This is already a 3-card combo, right? So it's already a bit tougher to draw into. But what makes it nice is Medallion substitutes out one of the ice barriers, right, that you need, as well as any of the runics act as the other runic that you need, okay? So, I mean, it could have been Runic Destruction, could have been Tip, could have been Slumber, could have been Freezing Chains and Curses or whatever. So you have a lot of ways to draw into the 3. You just have to see them, right? So if we were to go into Herald first, we could then Mirror Mage effect, add the continuous spell, and then bring him back, and then use Gorgeous effect. I like that idea. I like that idea, right? So we go Synchro, and that's the thing about this deck, right? That makes this so much fun, is you could do a lot of different stuff in a lot of different paths, okay? Again, this might not be the craziest version of this combo, but it's something that I like a lot. So we add this to hand, right? Then we bring him right back, okay? Yep, special summon, bring him back. And then we special summon Gorgeous. And again, if I was playing with the hand I was given and not just trying to make it a pseudo generic hand, I would bring back Revealer here, but we're just going to pretend I opened just the 3 cards that I wanted, right? 1 Runic spell, the extra Mirror Mage, and then Gorgeous, right? Then we can Mirror Mage effect, tribute, make 3. And what's crazy is actually thinking about it, Speaker would go super hard here. So instead of Gorgeous, you could do your draw 4. Thinking about it. I apologize. I didn't even think about this. So instead of doing Gorgeous, if you had Speaker, you can summon Speaker once Mirror Mage is revived. And again, this is all unveilable because you're doing the Mirror Mage search in the draw phase. On Ghost Ogreable, which isn't used right now, but still, then it's also undrollable, right? All of this is undrollable right now. Anything that you searched, you're safe from droll, okay? You're not safe from Imperm, you're not safe from Ash, but you're safe from a good amount of hand traps. So we then summon these 3, and this is where you would go summon Coral Dragon, use Speaker's effect, summon the 3rd one, and draw your 4. However, because I just kind of thought up this combo on the fly, right? And that's, again, what I love about this deck, is we can go Coral into one of them, and then we can still get a draw 1 and end on a Spell Trap Negate, okay? Insane. And we have Tip. So pretending we don't have Tip, we added Fountain off the combo, right? So say we draw into like another Runic spell, right? Because I'm just goated like that. I'm not, but it's fine. And then we could even do this. We could we could look at the top 5. So yeah, you have off of. I know it seems strange because it's a 3-card combo and it seems worse. However, you're ending on another Floodgate. So depending on the matchup, this Floodgate might even be better. Okay, this Floodgate might be better. You're ending on Herald. Okay. You're ending on a negate, you know, the Imperm, pretty much the Imperm target, right? Draw phase, standby main, start of main, Imperm, I go, and then I hear end of battle, I go, okay. Obviously at that point, it's not a tough decision, right? You get even lead on this board, you keep the Herald, right? But yeah, and then you still have 3 cards in hand, depending what you have, you know, you could still play. I could still draw, right? And that's the crazy thing. You could have, instead of drawing 1 out of 3 extra cards, I wouldn't have a Spell Trap Negate, but I would have Ravenous, so I could discard 2 to pop, and I would be able to draw another 3 cards, right? And that could get me even more advantage, right? That's why I love this deck, right? So that's another combo with some of the Runic cards. So this is a great example of sometimes this deck can just draw you bad hands, and this is why I like to play Gorgeous at 2, because drawing him really without a combo piece is pretty bad. However, because of Runic Tip, what we can do is we can Destruction to summon. Summon out Hugin. Hugin effect, pitching one of the tips. Obviously adding, and then it really depends on what we draw here. This is mostly the Runic engine just kind of putting in work right now. All right, we're gonna activate, we're gonna tip to search, probably Slumber, I feel like is pretty good right here. So then we add Slumber, we then make sure to activate Fountain, and then we get to draw 3. And then we hope that we can draw into like Hexia or Mirror Mage. Hexia would be pretty nutty right here, actually. Yeah, Hexia would be pretty good. Let's find out. Okay, no Hexia. However, could be worse. Actually, there's quite a bit. There's quite a bit we can do here. So we go normal summon, right? And then special summon. Problem is, right, is this effect to summon, he can't summon himself, so we can only summon the other speaker. And then from here we could do a Bahamut Shark play, right? Bahamut Shark into Toad just to get a negate, and then we have Slumber and Destruction with a Toad, plus we wouldn't have Gorgeous anymore. Gorgeous would be offline at that point, actually. So here, honestly, what I like to do is you can either do a Dragite using this and this, which isn't terrible. I'm not the biggest fan of that. I don't feel that's pretty good. But what you could do is you could make Lancia, right? Lancia is pretty good. It's just a general floodgate. You have Hugin for protection. You then still have 2 Runics. You could use the token. You could use Speaker's effect to summon a token. I don't think that's proper, but you could, right? And so this board, not going to be winning any tournaments. Could win you a game if they bricked 6 cards in hand with Lancia. And you still have Slumber and Destruction, which, again, would hypothetically let you draw 2 cards. You know, again, this is a bad hand, right? And this is drawing bad cards off of the Runic draws, right? And this is still at least something, right? And hypothetically, depending on how much you change your extra deck, if you were to throw in an IP into an SP here, you could do that. I don't believe we're waterlocked into anything, so actually you could Speaker effect, Speaker summon the token, link these 2 off to an IP, and then wait till your opponent's turn, and then you also have an SP, as well as Lancia, and then your Runics. Not bad. Not bad, honestly, for being a terrible hand. Not bad. And so with that, that's kind of all the bread and butter with some Runic combos. A lot of this is just like up to interpretation, right? That's what makes this deck so fun to pilot, is being able to like find, I mean, as you just saw live on the recording, sadly, I just kind of figured out a better combo than the one I was using already, right? And that's the fun of the deck, is being able to kind of on the fly make like integral combos with the deck. And there is bread and butter, right? If you don't want a super complicated deck, there's the bread and butter of normal summon Hexia, go into your draw 4, or normal summon reveal or discard, go into a Toad plus draw 4, right? As well as having the Runics as a backup, right? That's why I love the deck. I think it's super fun. With it being Master Duel, I hope you guys have a lot of fun with it. I did make a short, so check out my shorts. My short has the correct deck list for Master Duel. This is using the deck list for TCG, because I'm more of a TCG player, but I might try to do a mixture of Master Duel stuff. And so the deck list is there. The combos are going to be very different. I can make another combo guide or like a combo shorts if you guys would want. So let me know about that. Again, I appreciate the love and support for for the last couple of videos. It's been insane, the deck profiles. And so I'm going to try to incorporate combo videos maybe into the deck profiles in the future. Anyway, I appreciate you guys so much. Y'all have a fantastic day and good luck, duelists.